Hello and thank you for joining me here on Week in One. Over the next half an hour, we'll recap the big stories of the past week. I'm Gareth Edwards. We start in Parliament, where Thursday saw insults flying, shouting and general disorder in the National Assembly. The plenary session focused on the Nkandla Ad Hoc Committee's report into the security upgrade at the President's home, which absolved him of any blame. Well, late on Thursday evening, the ANC majority voted in favour of the findings, but not before a heated debate and a marathon session in the National Assembly.
After more than 4 hours of delays by opposition parties, the parliamentary Nkandla report was finally debated. Opposition MPs came out guns blazing against what they called a whitewash report.
Criminal in this place is number one at Nkandla.
Money is stolen here. The president is telling the nation that there is no money stolen, he did not benefit. The president is lying unless he wants to tell us that he is a thief.
The ANC has closed this matter in the worst possible way. Nkandla is now a permanent stain on the presidency and the ruling party. They have protected one man, but opened a wound in our nation that will bleed forever.
The only appropriate thing to do with this ad hoc whitewash report of the ad hoc committee is the following. That's all you can do.
But the ANC gave as good as it got.
Political expediency and sensationalism were often chosen over the truth and facts. This situation was also compounded by the fact that the truth was continuously distorted for political mileage.
In South Africa, there is no constitutional crisis. There is a constitutional illiteracy on the part of the DA-led unholy political alliance.
All this noise that they are making is because it's the type of hypocrisy and lack of principle, the obsession on attacking President Zuma and thus losing focus.
It then went to vote, which the ANC won with 210 votes in favour and 103 against. Opposition parties are now considering going to court to get President Jacob Zuma to abide by the Public Protector's finding that he should pay back some of the money.
At one stage, matters got so heated that the police were even called into Parliament. The National Assembly House Chairperson Cedric Frolick and EFF MP Nkandla Mashabela were at the centre of the action.
The president of the ANC is the greatest thief in the world.
Honourable member.
I'm not going to withdraw.
Honourable
he is a
member.
criminal. He is a thief.
Honourable member.
Even South Africa knows
Honourable
very well
member.
that their president is a thief.
Honourable member.
I'm not going to withdraw.
If you are
Zuma
not prepared to withdraw, then you
Zuma
must
is
leave
a
the
thief.
podium.
I'm not going to withdraw.
Honourable member.
Zuma is a criminal.
Order, honourable
Zuma
member.
is a thief. The world
Order, honourable
knows
member.
very well that the president
Honourable
of the
member.
ANC is the greatest thief
Order, honourable
in
member.
the world.
Honourable
He is a
member,
thief.
if you don't
He
want
is
to
a
withdraw,
criminal. Zuma is a thief.
Honourable member, if you don't want to withdraw, I'm asking you to leave
Zuma
the
is a
podium.
thief.
Honourable member,
The people
I'm
of
requesting
South
you now
Africa know
for the
very well
last
that
time.
The president of the ANC is a
Honourable
thief.
member.
He is the criminal. Zuma
Honourable
is a thief.
member.
I'm not going to withdraw.
Well, the drama continued. Opposition MPs have vowed to lay charges of assault against the police after they entered Parliament. They had removed EFF MP Nkandla Mashabela, who refused to retract those statements you just heard, calling President Zuma a thief and a criminal. Police arrived minutes after the sergeant-at-arms tried to escort her from the podium. Opposition MPs jumped to Mashabela's defence and violence erupted when the DA and EFF intervened. Some MPs were reportedly assaulted and property was damaged as well. The fallout amongst unions in COSATU has been much in the headlines this week. In the early hours of last Saturday morning, COSATU decided to expel metal workers union NUMSA. A major gripe with the largest union in the federation is that they were taking members from other unions. However, some say their outspoken criticism of the ANC on e-tolls and other controversial issues may have led to their isolation. COSATU, the SA Communist Party and the ANC make up the tripartite alliance, and the ANC has voiced its concern about disunity in the federation. On Monday this week, 7 unions showed their support for NUMSA by refusing to participate in COSATU's executive structure.
The gravity of COSATU's decision to expel NUMSA is starting to sink in. The ANC has described it as tragic and disappointing. But the same ANC refuses to take responsibility for failing to heal divisions in the federation earlier this year.
If they reject unity, I don't think we can call it our failure. It's the failure in the federation to appreciate the importance of unity.
A COSATU Special National Congress has long been suggested as a solution to the crisis.
What will happen to you if you are defeated in that Special Congress? I can tell you the next step will be a walkout after being defeated in a Congress. Basically, you go to a Congress with a formula of dividing yourselves. It's a bad formula.
Mantashe believes it would be pointless to hold a COSATU Special National Congress in the prevailing climate. But for the 7 unions backing NUMSA, the Congress seems to be the only way to prevent the federation from being torn further apart. The unions are determined to win back COSATU.
We are fighting for the soul of our own federation, which was built by our 4 leaders. FAO and other unions, they are the ones who started COSATU from the scratch. It's not an easy thing that you can leave the federation and go and form another new federation.
The 7 unions have also vowed to mobilize support for NUMSA's return to COSATU. Ngambi, Johannesburg.
Well, COSATU's president has told 2 former leaders to mind their own business. They were openly critical of the decision to expel NUMSA. Stumo Dlamini lashed out at his predecessors during a media briefing on Tuesday afternoon.
COSATU's founding General Secretary, J. Naidu, and another former leader, Mbazi Mashilowa, have been reprimanded by the Federation's current president, Stumo Dlamini. The 2 have been highly critical of the decision to expel NUMSA.
All I can say, get off COSATU. Stay away from COSATU so that we will still respect you as our former leader.
COSATU General Secretary Zwelinze Mavavi's absence did not go unnoticed either. Fellow office bearers say he's dealing with the lawsuit filed by his former lover.
The GS got a pending matter that you may be aware of, and we understood that he has to sign those papers because they have to be served.
But after that press briefing, a letter from Zwelinze Mavavi came to light. In it, he said he was not present at the COSATU meeting because he could not support their decision to expel NUMSA. COSATU's fallout is by no means over, and it's a story we'll be watching keenly in the coming weeks. Coming up on Week in One, the only suspect in Senzo Mayiwa's killing is freed this week because of a lack of evidence.